So the mountain on the other side here is covered with snow, whereas where I am with the south-facing slope, there's virtually no snow. And that north side there is what we just came around. Was pretty, okay, I fell. Must be bad. But not a consequential fail. Just bruised my ego some more. Beautiful day today. Snow-covered mountains in the distance. Just a gorgeous piece of America. Something we should be very proud of. And I'm going to be very late getting into camp tonight. May not do a recap. Talk to you later. Well, it's a wrap up for day 24. I'm in Big Bear. Had a good day today. Got in 15 miles, which I think is the most I've had so far, which is actually according to plan. I had planned on keeping low miles to the start. There's no hurry to get to the Sierras because the snow is still pretty heavy up there. So I'm right on schedule. Felt good. Weather was good. Had some good company along the way. Arthur and Steph, who I met yesterday, passed me after I got started this morning. Then a couple of Canadian young ladies that I had dinner with back at Whitewater Preserve passed me. Actually, everybody passes me. And several other people were on the trail. Had a great time. Very pleasant day. Found a cheap, in several respects, place to stay. And tomorrow and probably the next day, going to be sorting things out. I need new shoes. The rocks in Southern California, after only 266 miles, have chewed up my shoes. So I've got a whole bunch of stuff to resupply, do laundry and all that. I don't think I'll get it done in one day. We'll see. More likely I'll be here in 2 days and heading back out. And I'll keep in touch. Happy trails. This is a wrap up for days 25 and 26. So I'm staying at a Hampton Inn in Big Bear, which is a bit of a change from my tent. And I've been enjoying 2 days of eating, doing laundry, shopping, etc. Couple observations for the trip so far. Number one, I've just been totally blown away and amazed by the diversity of the hikers on the trail, including a high percentage of foreign visitors, which add a lot to our discussions about the trail and about trails elsewhere. The other big item is just the fabulous diversity in our country's public lands. So I've already been through desert, high desert, low desert, canyons, washed out trails, tracked through snow, been in a forested area 3 times and then back down, and now getting ready to head in a more westerly direction towards the San Gabriel Mountains. Next stop is Wrightwood, which is a little ways past I-15 for those of you that are familiar with Southern California. I've also been surprised at how hard Southern California was. I expected it to be a little easier. I got caught by surprised by the amount of snow and ice, and also by the washed out trails in some sections. So I'm looking forward to a little better trail for the next 300 or 400 miles. And we'll see how that goes. I'm also going deliberately at a slow pace, trying to let my body get used to the rigors of the trail. And this is also hopefully going to allow time for the snow in the southern Sierras to melt. Current reports are that there's a lot of snow still, but hopefully in a few weeks that'll start to melt off at least some. Looking forward to the next section, and we'll talk to you soon. Happy trails. Well, here we are above Big Bear, and we're back to the rocks, which are just tearing up my shoes. Looks like a fairly short stretch, but most of the trail today has been really good until right now. That's part of the trail. So we'll see you down the trail. Happy trails. So, stopping for lunch at Caribou Creek, as are a bunch of other people. It's the only water spot for the next 8.4 miles. So, we're filling up here. It's not the biggest creek in the world, but the water's looking good, filtered well. Moving on down the road for a few miles and looking for a dry camp. Happy trails. So this is a wrap up for day 27. Really nice weather today, much better trail, and I made a little over 13 miles. Probably could have gone more, but found this great campsite with some nice views overlooking Big Bear Lake and the San Gorgonio Mountains, and cut it a little bit short, but also wanted to rest up. I think I could start making a few more miles now with a better trail. Also, tonight's going to be really cold. I think I'm still above 7,000 feet, and I suspect we'll be down in the low 20s or around 20 degrees tonight. So I'm getting ready to crawl into my tent and probably read a book for a while. Happy trails. See you tomorrow. Good morning. Well, this is the very beginning of day 28, and this is probably the hardest part of the whole trip. And that's getting out of a nice, comfortable, warm sleeping bag and changing into your hiking clothes. It's about mid-20s last night. The wind was blowing hard, but it stopped now. And the other part of that is that days are still long, so you're spending too much time inside the tent, reading a book or whatever, but still too much time laying down. So now I've got to take off my sleeping clothes and change into my hiking clothes really quickly. See you down the trail in a bit. And this is a wrap up for day 28. Had a good day. Got about 15 miles, mostly downhill. A little bit of snow early on, but we're completely out of that now. And I have this beautiful campsite down by Holcomb Creek. It's actually a National Forest designated campsite, but doesn't look like the government's done any work on it for a century or so. It's a huge site, and my Canadian friends are in that orange tent over there, and there's another young couple, Jake and Kelsey, I forgot their name, are camped nearby. I'm kind of surprised there's not more people, because it's a well-designated site and right by the creek, so you don't have to go carrying water very far. Anyway, looking forward to the next couple of days. We're 3 days away from McDonald's. Happy trails. So as you can see, the terrain has changed dramatically after about an hour and a half. And we've moved out of the pinyon and oak and pine area down into the I forgot the name of those. Not mesquite. Anyway, very brushy area. Not much trail maintenance lately. And the other part of the problem is a lot of these bushes have thorns. And I've switched over to shorts and starting to leave a little blood behind occasionally. But the trail's still pretty good. Making good time. Good morning. Well, this is a really big moment. I've just reached mile 300 on the Pacific Crest Trail, and I feel really proud of that. Been hard work, fun, met a lot of good people, but I'm proud of making 300 tough miles. And look forward to more happy trails down the road.